Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia and today I'm doing my August TBR. It's going to be kind of a short TBR because August is going to be busy. The rest of the months of the year are going to be busy because school starts again. And fall semester for me is always harder than spring semester. Maybe there's a psychological thing with like ending the year opposed to like when the spring semester ends, you're looking forward to summer. Fall semester is always harder. I don't read as much during fall semester as I do during spring semester, so not gonna have as many books on my TBRs going forward for the rest of the year. Today I'm actually just going to talk about 5 books that I hope to read in August. I would like to read more than just these 5 if possible, but I don't want to put any pressure on myself because reading is not quite as important as doing my schoolwork and making sure I get good grades. But with all that being said, the first book I want to read in August is The Austere Academy by Lemony Snicket. This is the 5th book in a series of unfortunate events. I have been working on a reread of this. I read these when I was a kid, so I'm trying to reread them, see how I like them now that I'm an adult. This series follows 3 kids who were orphaned, and each book they're kind of with a different guardian as they're trying to evade Count Olaf, who is trying to take their fortune. Next up, we have The Midnight Library by Haig. This follows a woman named Nora who has been depressed and attempts or is thinking about committing suicide. And I believe she does attempt to commit suicide and finds herself in this place called the Midnight Library, where each book in this library shows what her life could have been if she had made different decisions. I have heard a lot of really good things about this book, so I'm excited to check it out. Next up is Sorrowland by Rivers Solomon. This follows a woman named Vern who is 7 months pregnant when she escapes from her religious compound and flees into the woods. And I believe it's kind of like a thriller as she's trying to evade them and they're trying to capture her and maybe kill her. I'm not 100% sure on that part. But again, another book I've heard nothing but good things about. This author, actually, Rivers Solomon, is an author I've heard nothing but good things about their work, so I'm really excited to read this book as well. Next up is How Lucky by Leitch. In this we follow Daniel, who is wheelchair bound and works from home as an airline customer service person, and one day as he's working, he thinks he sees a woman being kidnapped outside his window. This book, I believe, is supposed to be like a mystery book, but it looks like it's going to be kind of like a lighthearted mystery. I say that mostly because of what the cover looks like. The colors on the cover and just the cover design is very bright. These colors do make me think it's not going to be as serious or as graphic and brutal as something like Sorrowland is, as Sorrowland has like a much darker cover. And the last book I'm going to mention in this video is Record of a Spaceborn Few, which is book 3 in the Wayfarers trilogy by Becky Chambers. I have read the first one already. As of recording this video, I have not read the second one yet, but it is like the next book I'm going to read, so I should have it finished before August. As far as I understand, this series and like the second and third book in the series are kind of like a mix between companion novels and sequels to the first one. From what I've heard, having not read the second one yet, they don't follow all of the characters from the first book. They follow kind of some of the different characters as after the events of the first book, what they do afterwards. The first book follows Rosemary as she gets on this tunneling ship and finds more than she bargained for in her life there, and is a really, really good book. I loved it so much. It is very topical. It feels very topical to some of the things that are happening as it kind of discusses social issues in the alien world that are very much reflected in our world, and I think it handled them really well as being honestly just really fun. They're in space, we're meeting aliens, we're seeing different alien cultures, and it is just a really fun ride, and the science elements are really fun. Anyway, I just love the first book, so I'm really looking forward to reading the second one this month, and then the third one in August for this TBR. As I mentioned, this is a really short video. I am not planning out too many books to read in August because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So let me know what you're planning to read in August down below, and I will see you in my next video.